Okay, so welcome to episode 2 of React and Play with Rant and Jay podcast. I'm your boy Rant, and this is
Jay.
my co-host. Bro, you don't.
My bad. Long name,
man. Always listen. I just need you not to interrupt me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, go.
I mean, I was okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna start over. Because
All right, little nigga, fine.
little. All right. Like, all right.
All right, damn.
But yeah,
taking so long. It said, God damn it.
Today we're gonna be talking about a couple of things on this podcast today. Today we're gonna talk about Capcom Cup, Madame Web, and first few episodes of Avatar, The Last Airbender, some anime adaptations that have been made to live actions, and either whether we like them or not. Avatar Fighting Game that might be released. The Avatar Last Airbender Fighting Game that might be released. The first episode of Ninja Kamui, Hell Divers, and some of the Tekken Hate today. So let's get started. So first, what's up?
Wait, you said the first episode of Kamui Ninja?
Yeah, the first episode.
You didn't see the second?
We're not talking about it. I haven't been busy. I have a job.
So?
This man's like, you ain't see episode 8. Like, I gotta edit videos. I have a job. I'm busy, bro. Like, and just can't just squeeze it in. I'll squeeze it in, like, probably right after this, to be honest with you. Okay, let's talk about Capcom Cup. So right now, 2024 Capcom Cup is happening. To say that was a little disappointing that for us, because, you know, I mean, there's a couple of players that did make it that I am happy that they're there. But at the same time, you know, the whole format thing has got everybody, you know, shook a little bit because we don't feel like we've seen some of the best players make it into it. In my opinion, I mean, the truth is, it's just because Punk didn't make it into it. Like, I wanted to see him enter, to be honest with you, but you know, I mean, I had a feeling that, but he's like fucking number 2, the greatest second player of all time. Just keeps getting second place, and he got at the last LCQ qualifier, he lost to Problem X, and it's a little disappointing. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Because I feel like you were gonna watch it, but then as soon as Punk got eliminated, you were just like, nah, we're good.
Listen, I'm gonna sound like a glazer. I ain't watching Capcom Cup. I'm not watching it, bro. I got my reasons. Punk not being there is like a bit, like one of the reasons. I won't lie to you, but I think another reason is like they said themselves they're not doing like they're not doing any trailers after the end or anything like that, or they have nothing to be released. So I'm like, oh. So you gave me no reason to watch it. So, you know, I understand. Like, I mean, it's cool. Like, I get it. You know, I get to see Knuckle do. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't really. And Nephew, but I don't. I mean, Street Fighter 6 is okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm not really invested as much.
Okay, I see you. Personally, I think the Capcom Cup tournament is interesting. I've been watching it a little bit here and there. I think the format is interesting. Because, you know, they had to do the whole region thing, but at the same time, we felt like certain people was just gonna get smoked because they didn't have that much tough competition. Yeah. So like people from South Africa, we weren't like, I don't think they were gonna do well because I didn't think that there was a lot of heavy competition in South Africa and stuff like that. Because that's why people are saying that the real LCQ was the actual Capcom Cup, because those were all those people who were trying to qualify for were arguably some of the best players in the world. They weren't able to get a chance to enter the tournament, but I felt like the LCQ should have had more spots, maybe the first and second place. First one would start off, you know, in winners, and then second place would start off in losers or something like that. And the fact that, you know, Punk didn't make it was a little sad and tragic. We would have loved to seen him in there, but you know, things happen. But in my opinion, you know, LCQ qualifiers, it just showcased that, you know, sometimes you have to be able to live up to your, you know, competition. He was doing amazing. He was tearing through everybody. Then he ran into Problem X, and Problem X just adapted fully. And at the same time, it's gonna sound really messed up, I didn't care to see another Luke player in the tournament. I've been anti-Luke, anti-Ken, anti-DJ.
And who?
Who was the last one?
Cammy?
No, Ken, not anti-JP. All 4 of them characters can burn hell. It feels like all you see is another character fighting those characters in the tournament. It was just that. And then when we find out that I guess the character I'm rooting for, he's definitely not gonna make it. At least as of right now, I think he had like 2 losses. It was Snake Eyes. As of right now, I was rooting for Snake Eyes for one reason and one reason only. Because plays as Zangief, which was somewhat, in my opinion, low tier, and I really wanted, low tier to win. I'm always rooting for low tier, and just to see that how far he got, I don't think he's gonna make it, in my opinion. And plus, he ran his entire group is just filled with DJs.
He's not getting through that.
That matchup is rough. That matchup is trash. So yeah, he ain't making it, dog. he ain't making it. Well, yeah, about that. That's my thoughts on that. Yeah, I think that I do wish that more of my favorite players were in there, like Daigo not being in there, Tokido not being there.
Oof.
It's like, man,
yeah,
like you have these were straight killers. Well, mostly Tokido. Daigo hasn't really been a killer like that.
he got that one book.
He lost the instinct. He just lost it, in my opinion. He ain't got it no more. But Tokido's a straight killer. But at the same time, Tokido's not to his full prime yet. He ain't get Akuma. And you get Akuma coming out.
Ooh.
Once he get Akuma, we'll see. Because everyone said Akuma was trash in Street Fighter V. Then Tokido picked him up and made him.
He's not trash.
Akuma was broken in Street Fighter V.
It's one character. It takes one person.
I remember when Akuma came out, people were like, he ain't nothing. And then like Tokido won 6 tournaments. And it was like, okay, wait a minute now. Is he broken? Nerf him. But yeah, I think that this that it was just rough to see that we didn't get to see all of our favorite players come in. There's a lot of new people that I just didn't recognize in the tournament. I'm just like, who are these people? But yeah, I think that this tournament does show that that fighting games in general are evolving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that we're getting new people, so younger in generations.
I
might not know these names now, but probably later on we'll see. You know what I'm saying?
Younger generations, bro. The person that went up there was like 30. Like, I don't
Everybody was up there.
I don't know what you talking about. Younger
25 to like at least 30, bro. That's the
young?
range. That's the range.
That's the range.
That's what it looks like. It's the range. Man's like, and then old. Literally, any person over 25, the fucking J is old.
Y'all are literally fossils to me.
It's like, all you fossils. What is wrong with you? Go have a wife and kids.
Let's start a family.
Go start a family. Go get a mortgage. You bitch ass. That's what it sounds like you're trying to say. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Any more thoughts on it? On the Capcom Cup?
Nah.
I'm still, like I said, I'm still rooting for anyone that does not play as top tier. Anyone that doesn't play, like I said, JP, Ken, DJ, JP, Ken, DJ. Who was the last one? Or Luke. I'm good. If you play as any of those 4 characters, even as a side character, I don't like you. That's all this game was.
You gotta remember, it's Capcom. They're playing for $1 million. I don't care what you say to me. I will play the cheapest nigga to get $1 million. I do not care. Okay, so I understand where they're coming from. If you got to play Blanca or JP, you know what I'm saying? Go all the way. If you gotta zone these niggas out, do what you gotta do, blood. Cause listen, it's $1 million. That's
a good point, I guess. But it's just hard for me to watch.
It's hard for you to watch. It's $1 million on today.
It's like, God damn, fuck you.
I'll throw my pride away for $1 million. Fuck around.
Sound like a personal problem if you have a problem with my top tiers.
It may be boring to watch, but
like you got to figure that out on your own, blood. That's what it sounds. So yeah, those are my ending thoughts. Any more thoughts on Capcom Cup?
Nah,
that's it. So moving on to the next subject, we're going to be talking about Madame Web, the greatest movie to ever come out in 2024. Oh my god! All right. So, in spite of the fact that Sydney Sweeney looks, okay, and she was looking fine at the premiere.
Oh, word.
And then what's her name? The main actress, Dakota Johnson. She was looking she basically looked like she was wearing at that premiere. They was looking good.
Let me Google this real quick.
That movie, go ahead, Google it, bro. It was, but they looked like the movie itself was trash. It was absolute trash. Hot garbage.
You thought I was going to watch it for the movie?
No, you wouldn't listen. You don't even need here's the thing. You just need to watch the premiere. That's the real movie. Let's see. They look good. I was like, damn, they look good. The only thing is Sydney Sweeney did not look like that in the movie. And Dakota Johnson was covered up the entire movie. So yeah, if you going in there for any other scenes, and then it's not good. So it was like the acting was bad. The actual action scenes were really bad. The villain was bad. Like, I think the editing was bad. The audio was. Listen, this is the first movie where I was like, yo, how is everything bad, yo? Like I was, I was looking for something to like. I was trying to look to leave the movie liking something. I was looking for something to like in that goddamn movie. I was like, can I like something? Can I like anything? Not a one goddamn thing.
No, just leave it. I know the train went by and all, but I'm looking at these pictures. She butt booty ass naked under this dress, man.
I'm telling you, she was good, bro. She was looking good.
That's her whole thing is out, bro.
Everything.
They're talking about it's a spider dress, man. Hold on.
Spider in my ass. Spider dress. She was basically naked with some lines covered up, bro.
I don't need to start going to premieres, but
I'm saying though, she was looking good, bro. She was looking really good, but that does not save the movie. That does not save the movie.
That saved the movie for me.
Like basically, I mean, I would want to talk about the plot, but I don't even think we should. I mean, basically, if you want to sum up the plot real quick, this extremely pregnant woman takes a trip to what was it, Peru, and she's going to Peru to find a magical spider to heal her baby. She takes some guy over there who acts like as a security guard. When they do find the spider, he takes the spider and he kills everybody. And she is saved by the spider people of Peru. And they bring her back and put her in a special cave, and she's giving birth as the spider bites her, the mother, and the mother dies, but the baby has spider powers. Here's the thing. I mean, they don't explain how this baby somehow ends up back in America, but sure, let's go. Let's sure that happens. And then on top of that, and then she suddenly discovers, after she tries to save someone and she falls into an ocean as an adult, she suddenly has powers. And she sees that she's on a train and she sees that these 3 girls are going to be killed. And the guy who's trying to kill him was the guy who killed her mother. The reason he's trying to kill these 3 girls is because he thinks that they're going to kill him in the future as spider women. All 3 of them are going to just jump this man. And they are the heroes, by the way. They're the heroes. They're supposed to be superheroes. Listen, I don't know superheroes who just show up at your house and beat the shit out of you. Like when you like it, literally. I mean, when you watch the scene, he's just like taking a drink, and then 3 women in masks just jump him and like pretty much murder him. So I can see the argument as to why he would want to take him out like now. But here nor there. He tries to kill him. It doesn't work. And yeah, she the movie stops. And then she takes a trip to Peru. Literally takes a whole ass trip to Peru. And
we're still talking about Madame Web?
We're talking
I'm confused.
She takes a trip to Peru.
Okay.
And after she takes a trip to Peru, she learns about her spider powers, her origin story. So she goes back and she tries to fight the guy, and she uses the power of Pepsi to defeat him. And that's basically the entire movie. So I summed up the entire movie for you. I mean, there are some other parts, but I pretty much got the gist. A couple of things that happen throughout this like shitty movie that are kind of a problem. He kidnaps women. Kidnaps these 3 girls, allegedly. She allegedly kidnaps the 3 girls. And for some reason, she's allowed to get on flights. And then she left them with Uncle Ben. Like, and then she goes to that part. Still, I can't get past. I can't get past how that happens. Like, she just literally takes a trip in the middle of the movie. So I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. And then her trip helps her discover that her mom loved her or something. I don't know. She had like mental trauma or some issues. And that was basically, I mean, that's like a major point in the movie. On top of that, the fucking villain is 80 yards to hell. He keeps like, every time he talks, it's like someone's talking for him. And bro, this movie was supposed to be set in 2003, but it's not. It's just trash. And then first of all, I'm gonna say this right here. In 2003, I was around in 2003. I wasn't like old like that, but I was around. Only people who had cell phones were adults. I'll say this right now. The only people who had cell phones were adults in 2003. this little girl, even if she was rich, she would not. I don't think she wouldn't have needed one, in my opinion. But it's whatever. Yeah, they were just doing some small things, and the PSP didn't even come out. And listen, I don't know. The Sony, and it wasn't even that bad. But when the villain literally dies underneath the Pepsi sign. By the S of the Pepsi is when I was like, listen, bro, whoever made this movie did not want to make it. You know? And then when you find out that the main actors were kind of like tricked into making this movie because they thought they were going to be part of the MCU.
Ooh.
Yeah, they thought they were going to be part of the MCU allegedly. And they signed on, and then when they get there and they're like, actually, it's not happening. And yeah, I feel really bad for this movie, but at the same time, it's absolute trash, absolute dog shit. Nobody should watch it, and that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on it. I just wanted to get that rant out a little bit because I talk about it because that shit was fucking annoying to me. Absolute dog shit. But now we're gonna talk about the main course. I would say the main course, main fun. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, as of right now, I've seen about 5-6 episodes. I'd say about 5 episodes. 5 complete episodes, half of the 6 episodes. And I'm gonna let you go first. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm trying to think.
Because you didn't watch that much of it.
I didn't. I stopped at the 4th episode.
So what are your thoughts so far? Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I always try to look at live actions with a little bit of a curve, but at the same time, like, okay, so I'm gonna just look at it as a show.
I gotta ask you, did you watch the original series?
I have the first Avatar. Yes,
the first Avatar.
Oh, of course, I watched it like 20 times. But I'm in a weird position. So if I just take out what the base source material is for the show, I think it's okay. I think it's alright. Granted, some things need to only be animated. That's a conversation for another day. But for what we got so far, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to finish it. But I definitely was bored. I definitely woke up. Definitely had to replay it. I ain't gonna lie. To be honest with you, I'll be fair with you. I feel like I didn't watch it as I watched it. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, okay. I seen a few clips. I seen a few scenes, and I thought this couldn't be as half bad, but I didn't finish it, so I don't know. I think the casting was really well. I think I like the choreography for the fights. Some of them feel a little bit off, but like you got to do movement without seeing fire, so it's like I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I think choreography wise, the fight choreography is really good. I like the way the fits come out. I like how Aang looks. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I thought the arrows on the Avatar was for the Avatar. I didn't know it was for the air nomad. Was that an air nomad thing?
It's an air nomad thing. All of the airbenders, every single airbender who mastered their airbending is supposed to get it.
Okay. Because, damn, a lot of niggas must have mastered it. Because even the kids had it. So,
it's like you said, you have to master it.
Okay.
I don't know why the kids had it. Maybe they were mastered.
All of them? Because there's a lot of people. Yeah. But, yeah. But, I mean, I get the, like, hate from it when you saw Aang flying. I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but I let it slide. Maybe he was just, a little winded, you know what I'm saying? He just jumped high, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Who knows? So all I know is that this is a scary thought because it's a live action, and I heard the original creator didn't want to be a part of it at a certain point.
Yeah. So just to expand on that, the original creators did leave the project earlier on, but we don't know why. It could have been just creative differences. It could have been casting. We don't know why they left, but I think it's probably similar to what happened with the movie because I don't think they wanted their names attached to something that they didn't have a lot more control in. Because I remember there was a M. Night Shyamalan movie that came out like 10 years ago or 20 years ago. 14 years ago. And it was terrible. But their names were associated heavily on it. They kept saying that they were the producers. And when they started doing interviews, they were like, actually, we were not. Producer doesn't mean anything. we weren't in charge of a lot of things. So, yeah. And we don't know why they left. But they did leave early on. I remember when they left. It was we were all worried.
But what are your thoughts about
my thought? All right. So I'm gonna put this right. Polite is if you like the show, you can leave this podcast now. I'm just saying this right now. I'm not coming in to I don't want to hurt your feelings on what I'm about to say about this. All right. So I 100% thought that this show was kind of bad. And it was bad in what they decided to focus on. And they had the exact same problem, I would say, I had with One Piece. It was the same issue I had, the exact same issue I had with One Piece, where One Piece had focused more on, because we'll get into my thoughts on One Piece later, but they focused so much on the world building, they forgot to make you like the main characters of the show, and that is a massive issue. They also changed, them changing things, because certain things don't necessarily translate well to live action. So you have to change things in a way where you can make it so that it's more palatable for certain people. But in my opinion, the way that the Avatar show was, you didn't need to change anything. I think that everything was perfect about the show. You just needed to get the CGI and the bending right, which I think they did great in this. But them taking out, like, Sokka's sexism, but like at the same time that takes away his character arc. Like, what is his character arc? I'm watching it, I'm just like, what is he growing? Even then he's like, he doesn't even get any time to like be funny. Like certain lines are written like you're supposed to laugh, and I'm like, I'm not laughing. Maybe it's his delivery, maybe it's the direction. I don't know. And on top of that, the kid who plays Aang, listen, I can't blame him, but I will say this: he's not very good. He's not very good for me. It's like certain times very good. I was like, oh, I can see that energy coming in, and then other times he's like drowsy, and I'm like, is that what they want out of this Aang or something? Because he can play the positive parts, but it's like, it's just so drowsy. On top of that, in my opinion, the writing was like really like, it's like they would show you something and then they would tell you what just happened, which kind of like bores you a little bit. Because you're like, it's like a rock. Oh, we've just been attacked by the Fire Nation. Like, after you see the Fire Nation attacking, it's like, we get it. You get what I'm saying? Like, we get it. I see that just happened. Let's talk about either how we're going to solve the issue or blah, blah. Like, come on. Some of the dialogue, bro, it was just not good. I felt like they focused on the action, which I liked it. They focused on the bending, which I also liked it. And you know what I also liked it? The special effects. I liked the special effect. I liked it. I think that they did a pretty good job on the special effects. Whoever did the special effects, they deserve a pat on the back. We can also tell that it was expensive, because you ain't gonna see that bison. You're gonna see that bison 2 times. No, bro.
You don't see
gonna see
Appa.
that bison. You ain't gonna see Appa nowhere.
You never see Appa, bro.
Appa was in like 2 shots from what I can tell so far. Because like I said, I only got to like a few, like episode 5 or 6, and they spend so much time, like I said, world building, that they forgot to make you like Aang, Katara, and Sokka all together and interacting with each other and building that relationship and making us like them, the characters. They just, out of nowhere, like, it's like middle of the episode, Ozai and then like, whatchamacallit, Azula, and like listen, this is why I'm like, you didn't need them in this season. I mean, I guess spoilers if you haven't seen that much, but they're in the show, and I mean, they're actually on the poster.
I was about to say.
They're on the poster. You didn't need them in the show. Like, you can build up to them in like season 2. Like, you don't need them in the show. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, the guy who plays Ozai, amazing. He looks like Ozai. He acts like Ozai. He was ripped like Ozai. That's Ozai. They literally did like a summoning jutsu to get that man. He looks exactly like, and he acts, I guess, a little bit, but he looks exactly like looks wise, he looks exactly like Ozai. He looks exactly like
Ozai.
He is Ozai, bro. I don't know if this man can really firebend. But and then certain characters I felt like did get some spotlight. Like last few, like I would say the character I liked it the most was Zhao, General Zhao. I liked it. He was a pretty good villain, but I felt like they highlighted him being more sneaky in this show. Oh man, this dude's good. That actor, he deserves way more work. He's amazing. They did play him, I feel like, slightly different. I feel like General Zhao was also more like masculine, where this guy feels more like a weasel. General Zhao, like, but other than that, I thought I like the show, like, effects, But overall, so far as of episode 6, I fell asleep like 3 times trying to watch this show. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a show that I like. Why am I having a hard time staying up watching this show? And that's one of the issues I'm running into. I think they, like I said, they focus on the wrong things. You kept trying to world build so much, you forgot to make sure that relationship between Aang, Sokka, and Katara is tight. I don't even feel like, I don't feel like Katara and Sokka are in the show as much. They're not in as much as you think. Like, don't get me started on some of the side characters and how they treat them and how they've changed their motivations to fit what they want in this show. And I'm like, no, this character would not do that. And I'm not going to spoil what happens because Jay didn't see it yet. But yeah, there are some scenes where a character, he does something that makes me go, no, he would not have done that. Like, he straight up would not have done that. And you guys changed him specifically for this show. And I'm just like, I'm not cool with that. But it's whatever.
I'm not finishing it. You can say it.
No, I can't. No, you gotta finish.
I'm not finishing it.
At least watch it. I mean, we can.
No, I'm not.
But like overall, I mean, I am gonna finish the show because I'm gonna give Netflix that watch time so they can, if they make a season 2, they can fix a lot of these issues because they got the bending down, they got the martial arts down, they got everything down. The only thing they need to fix is the relationship parts, and draw back a little bit if you're gonna add some stuff about the world building. Just push it back a little bit. Like, we don't need to learn about like what Azula is doing in like right now. Like, she's not doing anything that's affecting the actual story, and it's really weird how we can see them so early on. That's my issue. Like, it's annoying. Those are my thoughts on the actual show. Right now I haven't finished it. Like I said, I'm not liking it. But at the same time, each his own. People can like what they like. I will go just after I'm done. Like I said, I would like to see a season 2 to see them improve what they worked on so far. Finish a series. I mean, Series of Unfortunate Events is one of my favorite series, and it was on Netflix. I love that. I love that series. So I know that they can do certain things amazing. So if we can figure out a way to get those characters to for us to like them and build a better relationship with them, all for it. But I don't like half drag your characters. But that, like I said, that kid, he needs a little bit more help with his acting or the directing or the tone or something. Is just completely wrong for his character. That's about it. And if I didn't talk about anybody else, I mean, there's one more thing I gotta say. Zuko was pretty good.
Yeah, Sokka's
Zuko's really good. I like Zuko, and I thought I wasn't gonna like the uncle.
He's decent,
but he's also pretty good. I think I mean, you can't go against the original voice actor for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
For at least the first 2 seasons. But he did an amazing job at portraying the character in a way that's believable for a live action, and I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I do have some praises, but other than that, man, listen, everything else is not good. I mean, I do like I said, the bending and the fight scenes are pretty good, but I'm not messing with the actual story. I want us to like these characters. I don't feel like we like them. I don't feel like we like them. I was like, listen, can we like them? Can we build up? But like, what are your thoughts
on the show?
Yeah, on the show. We're gonna move on to the other live.
I'm about to say, I don't.
I mean, you've only seen a few episodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't have any. I mean, back to what you said. I like the characters and what everything was going on with the show. I just never. It's just, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't.
Boring for you?
Huh? Yeah.
That was my issue.
I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's because I came back from work and I was trying to watch it for the podcast because you told me to watch it, but I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
So I might have to give it another shot. I might, but other than that, I mean, I'll say this: the characters that they picked, or the people that they picked to play certain roles, fit quite perfectly. I'm not the Aang thing. I'm not bothered because remember, it's a child actor, so they have their moments. Kind of like I'd say kind of like how in One Piece, like I got parts from the kid that just bothered me because why does like the child not have the same energy as the adult version? That just never made sense to me. But I'd say the direction, like it's like they don't know where to put like how they want to direct those certain type of people in live action shows, I'd say. So, but if I was to say something about the Avatar show, you felt the train before I did, bitch. But if I was to feel something against like the Avatar shows, the show is okay. I'm not gonna sit here and praise it because I watched the original. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I rewatch the show, I never rewatch book one. So I never rewatch book one. I always start at two because Toph is just that nigga. So I never. So maybe I gotta rewatch book one to give my like.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I just realized it. I don't really be watching book one.
So yeah.
Maybe that was probably it. Maybe book one is that.
Yeah, book one isn't
compared to the other two seasons.
Yeah,
because I do like book 2 and book 3. I like book 2 a lot though.
Exactly.
I like book 2.
I'm in the same situation, so that's why I don't like saying I can't get my. I gotta rewatch book one to give a good idea of how I really feel, and I gotta finish the show anyways. So yeah, but what I've seen so far is it's not.
Is it grabbing your attention?
No,
that's my issue. That first episode, it's
good.
I thought it was solid.
Yeah.
But what it did was it made me go, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like I can, wow, this is amazing. Like you guys are really putting a lot of effort. That first episode is definitely like a head grabber.
Yeah.
But then after that, it just gets slows down, boy. it's like it was just like.
I haven't seen the first episode of Avatar in a while, but I believe the first episode in the show they start off with like Aang in like airbending like in his area.
Yeah.
You don't normally see that until later on.
Yeah, that's true. They combined they did combine multiple episodes into one episode.
Yeah. But like that's supposed to be like a shocker. So like I feel like because in the show, right? To how I remember it is Aang never saw the air people yet. He didn't know if they're dead or alive or any of that.
That's correct.
So, but as the viewer, we also don't know what happened to them.
That's true.
We don't. So as Aang goes to see, oh shoot, my people are dead. That's a shocking. But in the show, because they started off like that, it's not a shock to us as the viewer. That's not a shock to us. We saw them go through the war and clearly get their ass beat. So when Aang finds this out, it didn't give us the same like, oh shoot, like his people died. It didn't give us that because we already knew that. But I'm assuming that the show would assume that we watched the anime, the cartoon. It's in between. Listen,
I consider.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I know it's technically a cartoon, but I consider this
anime adjacent. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah, but I get why they did it the way that they did because you got to put a lot of things in an hour, and I don't know how long the stories are. Aren't they? Like
they're all about an hour a piece. And the thing is, like I said, they squeeze in multiple episodes, or they'll pull characters for certain episodes and put them in other episodes with other characters, even though they never interacted in the original series.
Yeah.
So you'll see different characters combined together. You'll be like, people never met, never known each other, but right now, friends.
So like, I don't remember book one very much. Like, did Sokka and Zuko fight in the beginning?
Yes, they did.
Oh shit,
they do fight in the beginning, but it's Zuko is really just, I'm talking about literally playing with him.
Oh, okay.
Like he is not taking that fight that serious. Like he's just like, he was gonna kill him, but he just wasn't taking it serious.
Okay,
like whatever.
Oh,
but
speaking about killing, they did have a nigga die. Like
a few, bro. You saw that episode?
I saw that shit.
Here's the thing. This is what they said. Like they were like, we're going to get rid of the Sokka sexism, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. I wonder what you're gonna do for his character development. And then they slaughtered like 50 people and children, mind you, in like the first episode.
Let me get it straight,
bro. Pick your battles. Like, that's all I'm saying. You can't just slaughter like 50 people. They go like, oh, actually, Sokka was just being sexist. This was very like, get the fuck out of here. like this, y'all need to pick what y'all want, bro. But other than that, I thought I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was a huge I'm a huge fan of the show. I love the anime of the original Anime show. This show, not so much. Like I said, I didn't finish it. It could surprise me. It could sum up or increase in as I finish the whole thing. But like I said, so far I ain't seeing nothing that's that. In fact, I'm seeing a couple episodes that had me going, no. I literally saw a couple episodes that had me like, no, you're not doing this. This is ridiculous. But whatever, because I was like, listen, you don't need to put everything. It's like they tried to get everything. So far I've watched, they're like, they took so many stories and took so many essence from different stories. They try to shove them all in here. They didn't need to do that. It's okay to skip over some stuff. But they literally tried to shove in everything so far of what I've seen. And even how certain characters, like I said, certain characters that I'm a fan of and how they're portrayed and why they're not being seen, this is a little bit different. But I guess, I mean, now I do want to talk about spoilers for like a minute. So spoilers, you can skip this part. Probably gonna have something on to let you know when you can finish. Spoilers now, starting in 3, 2, 1. Jet. The way that Jet is in this, I don't like.
Oh yeah, either.
They make him a literal full blown. Like
honestly,
he's a full blown. Full blown. Because the way that Jet was, it made more sense. He was still a terrorist, but it made more sense as to what was going on and what he was doing. I wouldn't say it made more sense, but you could understand why he would do that. This version of Jet, no. Like this, he wouldn't do this. Because he was in the village, in the previous version, he was attacking Fire Nation Village. And he was a piece of crap because these were like a peaceful people. And I wouldn't say peaceful, but this was a Fire Nation village. They weren't out to hurt anybody. They just did their own. They kind of lived. They were a village. Jet was blowing stuff. Jet was attacking their village, right? I think he was planning on flooding them. He was planning on essentially murdering all of them, like flooding the entire valley, which would have killed everybody. At least as far as I remember. And they were all Fire Nation. So he saw all Fire Nation people as enemies. Now, is Jet radical? Yes. The thing is, they made it make sense where they were like, no, all Fire Nation people see everyone else as enemies. So if you were to have that same view, I wouldn't be mad at you. The problem is he's in an Earth Nation village and he's blowing up stuff in Earth Nation. Like he's in Omashu where Bumi is, and he's blowing stuff up. And he wants to kill Bumi. And I'm like, why would you wouldn't know? Like, if this was a Fire Nation village, maybe. If Omashu was overrun by Fire Nation people, maybe. But they're not. It just doesn't make sense that his character would be like this. And I'm not a fan of that. That was about it. Also, I don't like how Bumi's portrayed in this show. He's way more annoying than he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the actor does a great job.
Yeah,
like I said, certain people they do a good job, but I don't know, man.
I don't want to say Bumi's annoying because he's playing the best. He's doing the best with the role, so it's not really necessarily him. Maybe it was just the way they wrote him into the show.
But I would say this: Azula does not need to be in this at all. Azula is gonna have her moment to shine in season. This is a Zuko show. We don't need to see Azula. We don't need to see Iroh. Despite that actor looking just like the anime, despite him looking like, and I'm like, man, he kills it. He does an amazing job. Didn't need to be in the show. He was not necessarily helping the show, in my opinion, reach a point where it was helpful. Like I said, they kept cutting away from from Aang and Zuko, and it was just hurting the dynamics of us as the audience building a relationship with characters, and it kind of hurt me. Like I said, I was more of a fan of how other characters were portrayed. I thought Zuko was great. I thought Uncle Iroh was great. I thought Zhao was great, at least so far as I've seen Zhao. I've thought how everyone is organizing and how they acted, but the dialogue for certain characters, it was just like y'all did not care. And I thought Sokka should have been a little bit funnier. He looks like Sokka. He looks exactly like Sokka. He also acts like he has got the voice down. Let him act. Let him out here. Let him look goofy. He doesn't look goofy, in my opinion. He plays it too straight. He should be having way more fun with the role.
Yeah.
Like he should be all over the place. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's too much of the straight man in this. And it's kind of weird. Also, Katara, bro, did y'all just decide, listen, so far, this woman barely gets lines. So she's She's barely in it for me. I was like, well, y'all, are you guys gonna put her in this or what? God damn. That's what I'm saying. They just gave too much time to other characters that wasn't necessary. Like I said, I didn't finish the show so far. I got to like the middle of episode 6, and I am like I said, in total, in my opinion, me so far, I'm seeing like a strong 6 out of 10. I'm not seeing if if it ends well, strong 7 maybe. But I haven't so far. I'm not getting too many filler episodes. But at least what it feels like for me. There's episodes that weren't necessary that you could have cut out. What are your thoughts?
So far, I thought I already said everything.
Or just what would you give it so far?
I rate it?
Yeah, what would you rate it so far? Not after you finish it. I mean, we might change our minds next.
I think it's mid row. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Okay.
Maybe a good day. 5.5 out of 10.
Okay. All right. I mean, I said so much more shit. I give it like a 6. You were like 5.
I did not.
But yeah, like I said, I wish it would grab the energy. So now we need to move on to a bigger topic. Then just Netflix in general, and just people just doing live adaptations of TV shows. So we have two topics. There's the live action One Piece,
actually,
and then there's a live action Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this because I don't know if you saw it. I was scrolling through Twitter. Apparently, there's already a Naruto live action already in the works.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So if they were to do something like that, how would you want that to be?
We gotta brush it on another topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Plan for this at all.
No, I just saw it on Twitter, so I was like, oh.
You just saw it on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, Naruto is in development. From what I heard, I don't know how they would do this. It can't be a movie.
Oof.
It can't be a movie. It needs to be something similar to. I wouldn't say this to this. to like this high budget show. A little bit of world building, but I will say this, you need more episodes. Please don't fucking try to shove not like 8. You can't shove like fucking 150 episodes worth of stories to like 8 episodes or something like that. Right? I don't want y'all to do that. I want y'all to have like 12 episodes, cover your arcs correctly, build up specific characters correctly, have them show up, have them help, have them do their thing. I want that to happen. It has to be a high budget show. And here's the thing about the high budget show. It has to be in parts too. It's gonna have to be like part 1, 6 episodes. Part 2, another 6 episodes. Part 1, part 3, another 6. Keep that show going. Be it fluid, so that you don't be taking these long breaks after productions, because that's what happens. If they don't know they're getting a season 2, they're gonna just take a break, and then the actors turn 38.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want them to keep it momentum. I do want to keep going. As for production, should it be Japanese that produce it? Americans that produce it? I want a combination of both. Like, I want the fight choreographer from Yu Yu Hakusho, but I want the CGI from Avatar. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the fight choreography in Yu Yu Hakusho. I was on my seat watching that. I'm like, damn, you guys are really putting that work for these fight choreography, except for the last one. Most of the fight choreography, 99% of the fight choreography, y'all put a lot of effort. I want to see that. Yeah, I want the jutsus to look good. I also want you guys to start studying how you can translate. I feel like they don't do that. They don't study how things are supposed to be transferred properly. I've seen so many live action adaptations of Dragon Ball Z, right?
Ooh.
And some of them look good, some of them look bad. The flying is okay, but the fight scenes are not the issue. It's the actual Kai attack. Or the key attack. And they don't understand that you just can't put a big beam on someone's arm and that's the key. They're just like, it's just gotta be a beam. No, it needs to be lighting. Their hair needs to rise. Pressure, wind. It needs to look like they're pushing against a mountain, just generate this beam from their body. That beam can't just look like a beam. It can't just look like a stream of energy that's moving up. It needs to look like it's particles you're pushing out or something. Or it has to be like a stream. Stream isn't perfect. It's like, you gotta look at it like water, where it's like it bends, it moves. It's like slight, like it's not gonna be a perfect straight up beam. You know what I'm saying? but also at the same time, those actors need to understand that, hey, you're not just pushing out a beam, you're not just throwing a kamehameha. You are literally putting your full weight and body into this beam. So if I see a Rasengan, I need that dude to look like he's holding, like, when he's first starting out, Naruto can't do the Rasengan very well. So it needs to look like he's holding a 30-pound weight in one hand, where it's like he's struggling to keep it up because he's trying to focus. And that's how you simulate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you do that. Yeah, I would love, I understand how I would want it. Like I said, I would want it in parts. First 6 episodes, build up the characters between Naruto, Sasuke, and they do the whole Zabuza arc. Second 6 episodes, Chunin exams. Third 6 episodes, the beginning of the Chunin exams, and then the war arc. You introduce certain characters and talk about them, and they will invade and stuff like that. And then you're gonna focus. But here's the thing: you're gonna draw back a little bit because we've already built up those characters, and we're gonna focus on the actual war arc and the battle and the invasion. That's where you have time. You can shovel up your budget a little bit. Say, hey, we're gonna spend this much money on this part, and it's gonna be less budgeted because Zabuza is a little. You don't need that big budget for Zabuza and those big action scenes. But getting to the Chunin exams, and you have more characters and more jutsu and more different things, and of course we're gonna need the tournament fights. We're gonna need some of them. So yeah, I feel like they should go with the 6 episode structure, but different parts for 6 episodes. It gives you time to draw out the characters, learn a little bit more about them. You don't need hour-long episodes, maybe 45 minutes. Go into the hour-long versions when you go into the war arc, stuff like that. It's gonna sound really weird. Kakashi should be the central of when the sound and sand invade the league. You can have him be the central point character. You switch point characters. You have Naruto and Sasuke and everyone be at the beginning, and in the middle it's gonna be more like Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura trying to survive in the exams. And then you go straight point into Kakashi, or you have Kakashi do an investigation and he's trying to figure out if Orochimaru is still around. This is where you can build world. I guess you can do some world building, but yeah, you introduce some of the Chunin, the full Rookie 9 roster, Shikamaru, you Choji. Yeah, I mean, this is how I would do it. But that requires a big budget. It's like you got to spend like 500 million on this, and you actually have to spend the money, not steal it. That's just my thoughts, bro. I don't. that was like,
whatever.
I know. I put a lot into it, but I really like Naruto, and if I were to do it, I'd want it to succeed. As for casting, gotta go blonde hair, blue eyes, and your normal stuff and like that. Yeah, and mostly Asian people, so try to see where you can and stuff like that. That's it.
Okay.
I think that it could be a good show. Plus Naruto is mostly hand-to-hand combat.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
so you can do that very well, but you also got to make sure you incorporate the best as you can. But yeah, in the hand-to-hand combat, do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. That was a shocker. I didn't expect to do that one.
You went all the way in.
I went too much on that one. Yeah, I was. How would you do it?
How would I do the show?
How would you do a show?
I don't even.
How would you do the Naruto show? Are you a big fan? I know you watch Naruto mostly, but I don't know if you are a big fan. I'm
well aware, but clearly,
put a lot of thought into that.
But also, I don't want to say I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of Naruto. I like Naruto a lot. It's just, I'm not really one. If there was a live action, I just oof. Because back to like our other statement about how there's like 6 episodes. It's a lot to put in. Like a lot you got to cut out that you would have to put and make it into a show. Back to like we were talking about like when like the episodes are like 45 minutes to an hour, and you said there's 6 episodes. How would you put that into a Zabuza arc? Like that's still.
Well, it wouldn't just be the Zabuza arc, right?
That's the issue.
It would be the first episode would be. I would say you could just do it slightly, but the first episode would just mostly Naruto and Naruto.
Okay.
I mean, but here's the thing.
How do you
that on to
training with Kakashi?
Kakashi, no, the of course the bell.
Oh, the bell, yeah, the bell test.
And then you have them going on their first mission, and then you go to the 3. You can use 3 episodes.
Yeah,
that was art.
You do 3. There's a lot you got to consider.
You can do 3. You can do 3 episodes
because you got to remember the first fight they fought Zabuza.
Yeah,
and
but
then Haku takes him
if
out.
you replace like, yeah, I would say yeah. Yeah, that fight shouldn't be long though. Because if you really think about Naruto fight scenes, they should be shorter because they talk so goddamn much.
Yeah, okay.
They talk a lot. You get rid of a lot of the talking, and
Mm.
then the actual fight scenes, it's not that.
Okay.
Right. So
That's still a lot though.
yeah, it's a lot of talking, but it's if you think about if you go watch it, because I would say this in my opinion, I don't think any audience after a certain point when you're watching a fight scene, if something else isn't happening in the background, you will be bored. We'll be bored. So you have to have other stuff that's going on. But the Zabuza versus like Kakashi, and then them coming up with a strategy, take them that can happen in a few, like I was saying, 30 minutes. Set up how dangerous he is, small background of how he does, small clips, and yeah, come on.
Okay.
I could do this. We had unlimited funding. But yeah,
it'd be difficult.
But I do, yeah, I don't think it's, but the first thing you could do is you could do like 6, and then you'll give yourself time to build up and then cast the rest of characters or and then that first episode will be, I guess you would have to see. I guess you don't. Might be able to see them in the walking around, or you'll them with the or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Yes. I mean, that's just how I would do it. We'll have to see like Hinata and stuff like that. But and then the rookie 9 rookies, they have to be picked up by their, like, they have to be like, there was a scene where they all of them had their senseis pick them up. And they were late. Kakashi was late.
Yeah.
Right. You can have that as they're talking and then talking to each other, all the other kids and and stuff like that, and Shoji and stuff like that, and all get together and they'll go off with stuff like that. But yeah, I think they can do it. Yeah, might as well cut out the other stuff I was going to talk about.
But that was the most recent, so that's why I wanted to talk about that over the.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I have to add that to the.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's way better than what we were going to. Yu Hakusho. Nobody.
I guess we're gonna skip the Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, we don't even gotta talk about that. Nobody.
We're gonna skip that one.
That show old, bro. Nobody gonna
cut that out of the video.
Nobody gonna watch it.
Yeah, no one's gonna talk about it. So next thing. Whoa, damn, we kind of missed this. The Avatar Fighting Game. Avatar Fighting Game. Allegedly.
Now they say it's gonna be a competitive fighter. We don't know what that means to them.
You gotta earn that title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and because they could just be like, oh, it's an anime fighter, but it could be like an arena fighter, and that's a fear. Okay, that's a genuine fear. But if we can get a game that looks kind of like on some Grand Blue,
maybe some Tekken.
Maybe some Tekken. Dude, because
can't be Tekken. It has to be
Guilty Gear.
I guess Guilty Gear.
What were you thinking in mind?
I'm not really sure. I think I was going towards I was going closer to Marvel. Marvel with 2 characters.
I don't know. I don't like the Marvel with 2 characters. That's the only thing I don't like.
The assist with the bending, that work?
That could work, yeah. But we don't know if it's a 3v3 type situation. I mean, I could. Would you put it? Would you mind a 3v3 Avatar? That's what I'm saying. I don't.
But at the same time, like I said, what I mean by 2v2 though, it's because I just want the assist of the bending, but I don't want the bullshit of Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah,
I want 2 characters.
Yeah.
You could probably change it to like whichever character dies is gone, and then the second round you start with your other character by himself.
Nah.
Don't want to do that?
Nah, I don't like that idea already. I don't know about all that. The fight, me personally, I would prefer a 1v1. That's just me. I at least
1v1. Where we're gonna go like Street Fighter or Project L or Guilty Gear.
Yeah, on some Guilty Gear stuff. I would prefer a Guilty Gear because
I don't know, a heavy offensive game like is not, because Aang is not like that. You know what I'm saying?
But like when I mean like Guilty Gear, I mean like an anime fighter. It doesn't necessarily have to be like Guilty Gear. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if you heard of the fighting game DNF Duel. It can have inputs like that, or where it's not
basic inputs.
Yeah, they're not complex. Just like a forward X. Nothing too complex for the basic player, because it is an Avatar game, and I'm assuming it's probably gonna have auto combos and other things by that nature because it's Avatar. Of course, people that aren't into Avatar is going to play you know what I'm saying, on some Dragon Ball FighterZ. So hopefully this puts them in the good direction, and so where they'll like get a big fan base. Now I don't know who's the director. The games I previously were named were made by Arc Systems, so I don't know who else could pick up like an Avatar competitive fighter. Now back to what because you said something about Tekken. Now we had a Naruto Clash of Ninja game. Would you mind like an Avatar Clash of Ninja?
No.
Exactly.
No, I don't agree with it. Avatar Clash of Ninja.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
It wouldn't be terrible, but it's just Clash of Ninja really only was Naruto. you put anybody else in that spot, you'd be like annoyed of that game.
I mean, yeah. So I don't know how. Actually, I don't think that's a bad idea. Actually, on second thought, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't want it to be Clash of Ninja. I'd be prefer it more like Tekken, but
okay.
Mostly because I like seeing. How would you imagine like a fireball on some like Avatar type beat?
I guess if we thought about it, I guess they could go the Street route.
Yeah,
but at the same time, the Street Fighter route would not work because you want them to.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
So yeah, this is where it kind of gets tough because they are using kung fu.
Yes,
they are using kung fu to fight, and then you want like a specials button.
Yeah,
and then while they're using their specials it depends on how you want to design the game.
Honestly,
do you want them to be bending as they fight all the time, or you want them to use the kung fu to fight, and then they have a specials button where they have the bending?
Yeah,
and then Sokka is just the boomerang.
Yeah, just the boomerang.
It's just 3-on-3 plus Sokka.
Yeah. But wait, now I have like an idea, like, because when I'm thinking about this, I keep thinking back to Mortal Kombat, and the only reason I keep thinking back to Mortal Kombat is I would assume the game in my mind would look like Liu Kang, because when I think of like movement in karate and like movement with like elements, he's the main character I'm thinking, because he throws fireballs like that and he does fury kicks like that. You know what I'm saying? So
also it's not even that, it's also the roster would be big if they include
Legend
of Korra.
Yeah
It'll be huge. But if they just use I guess it could be big too, but there's gonna be a lot of people who just don't bend.
I'm fine with that. My only thing is, like, this is gonna sound weird, I would like 2 separate forms of characters even though they're the same character. This is the only game where I feel like that would be more acceptable to me. So like, let's say you get Sokka, right? Sokka with the boomerang, but then you got to remember in like, I think book 3, he learns how to fight with the sword.
Well, there's actually like 4 Sokkas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there's boomerang Sokka, there's Sakura with the Kyoshi Warriors, and then there's, unless this is just gonna be a costume.
Yeah,
and then there is Sword Sokka. Sokka is a beast. Yeah,
Sword Sokka. That's what I'm saying. So you'd have two versions of the same characters, which I wouldn't mind that being the case. Mostly for this game, but if that's the case, how would you do Aang? Because Aang, there's different arcs of Aang.
Yeah. So that's where I guess your idea could come into play.
Yeah.
The issue, I think, is that there probably is going to be like 3 Aangs. If like Aang with airbending only, and Aang with airbending and waterbending.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. If you remember season 1, he doesn't really learn waterbending until literally the end of the show.
That's what I'm saying.
And he learns it more in the second show, but he still is strongly based in airbending.
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
Yeah,
he don't really even use the element. I mean, he got them under his belt, but he don't really. That's not the main one. Like that. He just fuck you up with just wind. Like,
Wind. I remember we had a debate on this. Everyone said that Wind was trash.
After Zahir,
Wind was trash. I mean, I am a fan of Zahir, but low key Zahir was better before. He was a G before the Wind. They called him one of the most dangerous people before the Wind, and then he got the Wind, and he was just whooping people's asses on top of that. But even then, when he fought Tenzin, he wasn't doing too good. But But yeah, okay, so I think that could work. But I do feel like their specials should be more linked to the bending, and I don't think you should be able to just all the time. It's a kung fu. It has to be a kung fu game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's my thoughts on that. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts. I just want it to be a good game. Don't make it an arena fighter.
You're already asking for.
I'm just already.
You're already asking.
Oh my god.
You're asking for you get the game. A good game is a whole different ball game. We've already learned that you don't get both.
The bar is in hell.
The bar is in hell right now. All right. So the next topic is Ninja Kamui, and I watched the first episode only. I will be watching more.
Hopefully
after today. What are your thoughts on Ninja Kamui?
The show blew me back because I was genuinely shocked. I was watching it. When I was watching it, I'm just sitting here like watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching someone. He living his life, chilling with his family and whatnot. Eating good and shit. And then boom, You know what I'm saying? His wife get killed. Boom. His son get killed. Boom. The nigga get killed. It's like, damn, bruh.
Yeah.
You just can't catch a break.
Couldn't catch a break.
And then he woke up on some scorpion shit. And was like, oh, well, y'all niggas want to smoke?
No, they wanted to run back.
Go, ooh.
But I was sitting in a chair.
he was
sitting in a chair minding his own business.
He handled business.
Boy, he handled business. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I go this. I didn't look into it. I didn't read anything about it. I didn't read the manga. I didn't watch. I just came into it blind because I saw some classic man type shit where he said, hey, you should check this out. I was like, oh, let me just check this out. Boy, let me. I was like, damn, got my you had my curiosity. Now you got my attention. So I was super peaked when I watched this. I was like, damn, this is pretty good. But I ain't gonna lie, the whole family building thing, boy, I knew they was gonna die. I was like, I'm feeling emotion for these people. They're not gonna make it. They not gonna listen. I never felt in a way like that before. Where I was looking at these people, I was like, I'm nervous. I was like,
oh yeah, I forgot when you get like an anime love story or like when you show the character too much.
Mama and the kids died. Because here's the thing. That's the one thing I like about anime. They do not give a fuck. They will kill everybody to build up a backstory if they have to. You gonna get this backstory. You gonna get this backstory. They gonna build up that shit hardcore, bro. And everybody gonna die. everybody gonna die. That's how I feel about it. I did like I love that. As soon as I saw the action scenes, I was like, yeah, you get him, dog. And then he killed that dude, and then I was like, he stabbed him. That boy was like,
nigga was not playing.
He was not playing. How did he live? How did he live after all that?
Oof.
Yeah, and then he took off the mask and everything, and I was like, damn, man. I ain't gonna lie, I really liked it. I did not get a chance to see the second episode. I got caught up with other stuff. I will be watching the second and third episode probably like after this podcast. But yeah, I'm feeling it, bro. Anime has brought me back, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I've been dying on the inside. There hasn't been much to watch, but anime has always had my back. I would always pick up something. Last year was Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. That had me like feeling something, you know what I'm saying? Why do I have feelings? I want to. Don't you have feelings, guy?
I have feelings every day.
Yeah,
like damn, nigga.
I'm feeling again, and I really like that. Bring anime back, bro. Anime is brought me back, bro. I loved it. I mean, it never really ran away. I went away because
you're a hater.
I mean, apart, when the big three left,
you're just a hater.
And I don't consider Boruto part of the big three.
Nobody said it was a part of the big three. Nobody.
When the big, because I was there in the era when we was reading manga week to week, watching the anime week to week, and talking about it on subreddits and stuff. Not subreddits, but chat boards and stuff like that. I was there when we was having fun and everything, and I had to go to my friend's house because I had no internet. And I was like, hey, bro, you read the new manga? I said, oh, well, I'm pulling it up right now. We were reading the manga while he's eating Pop-Tarts. And we just reading it. It was really good. It was for Naruto, and then we did it for Naruto, and then I started specifically doing it for One Piece, and then One Piece was on fire back then because the Marineford arc was happening. Bleach was golden, bro. Every single episode, every single manga episode, I'm sorry, not manga, every single chapter was fire with Bleach. I mean, the art wasn't great. I mean, what it used to. Man, I was there, man. And just get that feeling back. I'm starting to have it again, and I haven't had this in a long time where I just generally excited to watch something. I used to have it for the Marvel movie. Not anymore.
That been went away.
But yeah, anime, man. Anime is on fire. It's been catching up. These live action adaptations, they need some work. They need some work. Yeah, I mean, other than that, like, you got any more thoughts?
Nah.
All right, so moving on to Hell Drivers 2. All right, this is gonna be mostly Jay's segment because
it is?
I did not play the game.
I have I don't have much to really say. All I'm gonna say is the game is just hella fun to play with friends. That's all I really gotta say. I'm gonna be real because the game is alright. The game is okay. I think the hype over accentuated what it really is.
Strong mid game. I saw the gameplay. I was like, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Yeah. It's just a really fun game to play with your homies. I genuinely recommend if you got a group of friends and that don't want to play want to play something else, I definitely recommend Hell Drivers. It's definitely a fire ass game. It's hard as hell though. Don't get shit twisted. Them robots will fuck you up. But the game itself is okay. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's the greatest game of all time or whatnot, but if you have homies, you should definitely pick it up. And that's really all I gotta say for real. Cause I'm not playing that game outside of like when my homies invite me. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. The game's I just don't understand where the hype is coming from though.
I mean, I'll say that right now. I do not understand where the hype is coming from at all. I mean, I saw the gameplay. I see the graphics. I think they look okay. I think they look good. As for the gameplay, I'm just like, I don't see. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see where this is getting all this.
Yeah.
And when I'm seeing people say this game is amazing, I'm like, I see the gameplay. I'm like, where's the amazing? Is it PvP or PvP?
It's nothing. We're just fighting aliens. There's no war. There's no go against each other and none of that. It's just that'd be a cool addition though to add to the game. I won't lie. PvP with the homies, just a 4-on-4 squads. Yeah, that'd be fire. But they don't really have that. We're just shooting aliens and robots right now. It's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be just building the game.
Yeah.
I feel.
This is what Suicide
Squad was supposed
should have been. Yeah.
It should have been. Yeah, if they just cut the story out.
You would have had a sold without the story.
But it's just. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I'm seeing the gameplay. Like, this is giving me big Red Dead Redemption 2 energy.
Yeah,
I loved it, and I was like, I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. What you're seeing?
Not getting hype.
Yeah, I'm not getting hype, bro. You get to feed your horse. That's great. The horse balls shrink. Cool. That's great. But I'm not seeing it. But I'm looking at it. I'm like, it looks okay. I mean, I think the graphics look amazing. I just waiting to see something that press me to pick up the controller to go. I have to have. I mean, unlike I guess we could talk about this for a little bit. Unlike the next the topic, but I'm sorry. But final thoughts.
On what Hell Drivers?
Yeah, you like it or so far?
It's okay. It's a good game.
My final thoughts. I saw the gameplay. I didn't care. I just saw the gameplay. I didn't see it. I mean, I would try it out if it's on sale or something. But even though it's like $40, I still don't see something that's worth time. If it's cheaper, I'll pick it up. But other than that, moving on to the, I guess coming out next week, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
I already got my pre-order.
Got your pre-order?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oof, coming through. Now I don't know if I'm gonna get my shit a day early. I'm gonna be a little sad if I don't, but I mean it's fine. I'll call off.
Call off for a game, dog. It's serious out here, bro.
This is Final Fantasy 7.
But yeah, I think it looks good. It might be game of the year potentially.
Why does everyone keep saying that? Game ain't even out.
We know what's not gonna be game of the year. Suicide Squad.
On my throat.
But yeah, it looks okay. I want to see where the story continues. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's been so long. I think I forgot.
You forgot?
I think I forgot the first Final Fantasy. It's been like what, 5 years, bro?
It came out in 2020.
What year is it now?
Oh shit! Forgot.
It's been like so long.
It's 4 years.
It's been like 4 years, bro. It's
I forgot.
so long. I know it takes a long time to make video games, but still, like, goddamn, bro.
You probably didn't have to do much. All I'm saying is,
I'm already seeing the mini games are gonna.
I was just about to bring that up. Like, I seen Tifa doing some fucking some sit-ups.
Some sit-ups. Like, no, never again. The mini games, bro, they fucked me up, bro. They mentally broke me a little bit.
Bro, do you having PTSD?
Bro, listen. I ain't gonna lie. I have PTSD. Just me spending like an hour because them computers cheated.
Oh.
They cheated. As soon as you're about to win, homeboy do pull-ups, like 7,000 pull-ups in a row. He don't even take breaks. And I'm just like, my thumb is burning. Like, you start coming up with strategies. Let me use 2 fingers. Let me use 3 fingers. Let me use all my palm. I gotta get this.
This shit just not working.
Bro, it was on some bullshit. The mini games, and of course, Cloud being in a dress.
Now you got a shirt off and shit.
Homeboy was in a dress, and then dude was like, "I'm a guy." He's like, "That ain't stopping nothing but a sentence." He didn't give a damn, bro. He was I'm getting this, bro. I paid for you.
I'm getting what I get.
Like, I'm getting what I paid for. It's like it was so fucked up.
He's not lying, man.
That fucking game was the Japanese people be on some other stuff, bro.
Hey.
They be on some other stuff with they design sometimes. You're like, oh shit, y'all really doing this? But yeah, I am a little bit excited for the game. Not the mini game, but I'm excited for the game. I liked it. It's whatever. And the final topic for today is the Tekken hate. So apparently Tekken's getting some hate.
So what's going on is that there's an additional price for the Tekken shop where you can basically, to my knowledge, buy costumes from the previous games. Yeah, well, like old-fashioned costumes, like the one from Tekken 1 or Tekken 2.
Okay.
So, and they're charging you $3.99 to $4.99, and to be quite honest with you, I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna be real. And the only reason I don't think it's that bad is because they're not Street Fighter in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're not like because to my knowledge, I believe that the coin in Tekken, they correlate for the costume. So if you buy $4.99, like a $4.99 price, you can get the costume with the coins, the in-game currency. Okay. But in Street Fighter, you still gotta pay like $100 to get all the costumes. Yeah. You hear what I'm trying to say?
So is it $4.99 for everything?
No, like it's
for one.
Yeah, one costume.
Is there a bundle?
No, because it's not like costumes. How do I say? It's in-game. You're buying an in-game currency to buy the costume, to my knowledge.
For Tekken?
Like, yeah, but the thing is,
it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's like $4.99, and to my knowledge, I believe they correlate. So you know how unlike Street Fighter, you buy something, but you have to buy like 2 packs of fight coin to get it.
Yes, or you have to buy the more expensive fight coin. So you could just buy the amount that's correct, and then you could just pay for it like that. And so like Street Fighter, where like I think it's like 150, like 120 fight coin to buy something, and you get like a 100 fight coin.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that, at least to my knowledge. But people were raging about it, talking about if this wasn't in the game, I wouldn't have bought it. This, that, and the third. All I'm gonna say is I probably would have still bought it because I think Tekken is right now is one of the greatest and most fun games. Yeah, out right now. I heard it released like 300 copies. I mean, 3 million. Yeah, 3 million in the first week.
I think it took like Street Fighter 6 like a while to get. It took them like I think 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, to even get to that level.
Yeah, to get to there.
So
but at the same time, Tekken is a different company. I also feel like they released more of a complete. From what I could tell, compared to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter did release somewhat of a complete game, but ain't nobody playing that World Warrior.
Yeah, I was about to say
I'm the only one who. I feel like I'm the only one who played it.
I forgot. I forgot you could just take that out like during the download.
You don't even have to download it. Yeah.
You could just uninstall it.
Yeah, it's 100 something.
I'm gonna do that now. I need the space, man. Final Fantasy 7 coming out. Speaking of that, Final Fantasy 7 is 100 gigs. I don't know if you got space for that.
Oh,
you got space for that? So I'm just the only broke nigga here. I see how it is.
If you are, you got broke nigga.
All
right. Terabytes, I'm good.
All right, bro. It's not a dick measuring contest. Okay.
No,
all right.
Terabyte measuring contest. Where's your terabytes at?
More of my terabytes?
Where's your terabytes at?
Bro,
it's a nerdy fight. Clearly. This is gonna conclude the episode for React and Play with Rant and Jay. This is gonna conclude the episode of React and Play with Rant and Jay. I'm your boy Rant, and this is my co-host
Jay.
I'm gonna tell you good night. All right, bye.